Alright, so we've got the verb charts for you, and a lot of endings going on. So I'm going to go with the translations first for each of these. Across the top is present, imperfect, future, perfect, pluperfect, future perfect, active, is, am, are, and then blanks. Alright, so I love, you love, he loves, we love, y'all love, they love, or are loving. Imperfect was, were, blanking. Future will, blank. Perfect, has, have. And you don't necessarily need that, blanked. Pluperfect had blanked. And the future perfect is not very common, so I wouldn't worry about this too much. Will have blanked. And then passive. It's the same thing as above, but you're just going to add a be or been, really. So, is, am, are, being blanked. Was, were, being blanked, will be blanked, have, has, been blanked, had been blanked, will have been blanked. Alright, so those are how those are translated. Now, how do we form them? I'm going to go down here because it's formed the same way. All of these are the green sheet, but, you know, these guys are formed off the second principal part. Alright, the imperfect, you've got the BA. The future, the be without an A for first, second conjugation. These guys are coming off the third principal part. And then you minus the I. So for perfect, it's Mrs. Sarah. With the pluperfect, it's an ERA on it. And with the future perfect, it's an arrow, or miseritus, errant. For this guy, also second principal part. With this one, it's a little trickier. First off, notice that you have two words, but you have the fourth principal part. And then you have forms of sum. And it's two words. And this could be tricky. Now, if you notice, those are US and then I. It's because the US is going to change to match plural. So the I's are going to be plural. We, y'all, they. US's are singular. Now, if the subject were feminine, I'm going to just completely switch colors. Yeah, thank you. That would be an A, E, A, E, A, E. And if it were neuter, UM, plural is A. Alright, and so the translations for these and the rules are on the green sheets. Now the difference with third eye, and fourth is going to be in the, not in that one, I don't know why I did that. Alright, is actually going to be here in the future. All the other rules are pretty similar, so that's going to be nice. Alright, and that's the MSS ent, or RRSH, or M, or enter. Third IO and fourth is a little bit easier in that regard because you have the IE, IA. And then irregular verbs are at the very bottom. And I'm only giving you guys 4 tenses because those are the 4 most common. Yeah, so that is the the verb chart, real brief in a nutshell with how to translate it. You got the green sheet to give you a bit more detail in that regard, but free to use this as a